Now, we've seen a lot of this since the inception of this corona situation, and anyone in Victoria, or I should say Melbourne, who has been involved in protest in any capacity, even just as somebody that attends protests, chances are you've probably received a knock at the door from Victoria Police. Sometimes it happens very late at night, sometimes at other bizarre hours, whereby perhaps the officers want to hand you some sort of letter or have some sort of discussion to ask what appear to be arbitrary questions. But this is a particularly interesting video of some poor bloke. He's at home. You'll see in a second. Knock at the door. Two officers from Victoria Police trying to ask him questions about whether or not he attended a protest 6 months ago. 6 months ago. Can you believe it? I'm going to play this for you right now.
Do you agree that you put some posts on Facebook? Does this look familiar?
This is illegal as. Yep.
Did you put this on Facebook?
Yep.
So the question that's been raised is, were you there?
Oh, no comment. Yeah.
Is that you? Or
Well,
were you there?
well, does it matter?
Yeah,
You're handing me paperwork saying I've sent a photo.
I'm not handing you anything. I'm asking you a question.
Well, you've got the photo, don't you? So
that doesn't. You've put a photo on Facebook doesn't actually confirm whether you were there or not. So I'm asking were you there?
So if I say no, you're not going to give me the paperwork. You're going to go home, mate.
There's no paperwork here to give you. This is my
So
information.
what are we here for? Are you here to serve me,
Okay,
or?
what part didn't? No.
Intimidation.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
What are you laughing
It's loserish. It is like sad.
I'm doing
What is this
a job
humanity?
I've
Where are
been
we
asked
going
to
in
do.
life?
I've been
You've got the
asked to do
cops
a
coming
job.
around here to tell me that I've been in a protest
No, to ask
6
you if
months
you have-
ago.
To ask you if you have been.
Yeah,
And
well,
why?
who gives
That's
a
not
fuck?
6
It's how
months ago.
illegal is that?
Which part?
Going to a protest. Why are you guys here? Why is
Because
the
you're
police
mass
on my
gathering.
doorstep
You're-
about a protest?
Yeah. Because
Why?
it's illegal.
Black Lives Matter protests fucking 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that illegal? Are you knocking on their doors?
Maybe.
No, you're not.
not.
So
It's clearly
it's clearly so imitating. Why are you working for this corrupt government? What are you guys doing? Who are you serving? Are you serving us, or are you serving the corrupt government and health officials? They want no good for you. They're not there for you.
Were you there?
What?
Were you there?
You can answer my question, can't you?
No, we
No,
can't answer your
that's
question.
the whole
Well, I won't
reason we're
answer
here.
that.
Okay.
I'll just no comment it.
All right.
Like, what are we here for?
Well, what part of when I...
What the fuck do you want from me?
What did you understand when I first told you why we're here?
Well, you're asking if I'm at a protest 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I don't recall. I do not recall.
We've been asking
I don't
you
recall.
here
I'm sorry.
because of crimes, anonymous
I don't
crime
recall.
stoppers report.
I don't recall.
Well, then we'll end the conversation. Unless
Yeah.
you want to say anything else.
Go ask Andrews.
What's your reason for breaching the show direction?
What are you talking about? I don't recall any.
You know, it really boggles the mind, doesn't it? Whilst you've got these two police officers trying to determine whether this individual exercised his civil liberties 6 months ago, for all we know, there could be a violent criminal out there somewhere committing a home invasion, stealing a car, all whilst Victoria Police are following up what? What do they want? Do they really not have other crime to investigate? Is this you? Were you at a protest 6 months ago? This is really no different from show me your papers. But we see, of course, the government are seeking to implement measures whereby authorities will indeed have the mechanisms in place to ask for your vaccination papers. That's right. We see in Victoria that Melbourne Cup is supposedly set to host 10,000 attendees, provided they're fully vaccinated, of course. And by fully vaccinated, what I'm referring to is somebody that has had 2 doses of the provisionally approved jab, whereby the clinical trials are ongoing, only set to conclude in the years to come. And this is, of course, a drug that our Health Minister, Greg Hunt, referred to as the world's largest clinical trial. Remember that?
The world is engaged in the largest clinical trial, the largest global vaccination.
So just absolute madness, and it can be described as nothing less than a crime what this government is committing against the people. So this leads us into the next